Hey guys, Tim here with the November 2022 collection update. Mostly just manga, a couple of magazines, some figures. Well, not really figures. It's, I guess, technically figures. It's action figures, but I don't really count those as like figures. Whenever I think of figures, I think of the lowest I would go is maybe your like prize figures. But mostly whenever I speak of figures, I'm thinking pop-up parade, scale figures. The lowest I would usually go. Wouldn't consider your standard Dragon Stars figures actual figures. These are toys. They're not really figures. But anyway, we have a few of those and just some stuff. Most of this I believe I've already gone over in videos earlier this month because most of it is actually hauls from Japan and stuff. Like the bulk of it is. But I might have a couple things in here that I've gotten that I hadn't shown off in videos before. But let's go over this real quick. The first thing we have is not anime related. I'm going to get that out of the way. We have Ed, Edd n Eddy. The complete series does not have Big Picture Show, and I believe it's missing the holiday specials. I believe it's missing those. Not fully sure because I haven't got to sit down and watch it all the way through yet, but just making my way through it slowly. Mostly just watching anime for immersion. But next up we have a few Dragon Stars figures. We have a few more of those, so now I'm up to 6, and there's like 50 some odd of them out, I believe. For the singles, I do know there is at least a handful of like doubles packs, and there's the play set, and there's some other things that I'm going to have to get, but right now I'm just focusing on buying up all the singles. Anyway, we have Kid Buu, but for some reason on this one they have Majin Buu final form, but it's not really his final form, it's his first form. So I don't know why they labeled it that way. Like, this is the original Buu. This is not his final form. This is the original Buu that was created in Dragon Ball Z. Like, it's the final form that shows up, but if you're talking about his final form, it's actually his first form. And all the forms before that, it's like reverse Cell. He gets stronger as he goes along, and it's like he starts off in his, I guess, his final form that he ended up in, and he regresses back to his original form. It's just really weird. But anyway, I don't know why they labeled that as final form, because it's definitely not his final form. Next up we have Gogeta, which this is a decent looking figure. I'm pretty happy that I found a decent Gogeta. It's his regular form, base form, so happy to have that. I still haven't found out all the differences between these because a lot of them have like which series they're in, so I don't know which series this is in. It's just really weird, and it's hard to find anything like a definitive list online of all of the series and all of them that are out. And I know isn't there like some convention exclusives or something like that as well. It's gonna be a hassle to try to track down all these. And the last one we have is Ultra Instinct Goku. A lot of these that I've come across is really bad condition. This is one of the best ones that I've found, but even it's still not great. And again, they really need to start labeling these boxes better because it doesn't even say which series it is, which run it is. It's just really weird how they doing this. It's not consistent at all, but whatever. We'll just deal with it. We'll go with the flow until I get them all. I'll just buy up ones that I don't have until eventually I have them all. Anyway, we have Anime USA. I meant to do a video on this and like going over it, but now that it's pretty late, this has been out for a while now, I may not end up doing that. Really need to start doing that though, just because I want to start promoting the magazine more. That way hopefully it gets more buyers and we'll stay in production. Next up we're going to go over the Jump issues. We have 47, which all of these was in the last video I believe, and we have 48 with Jujutsu Kaisen on the cover, and the cover of this one was Elusive Samurai by the creator of Assassination Classroom. So I don't actually have the manga for this one yet. I haven't started collecting it. It's one of the few in Jump that I'm not currently collecting, and I want to get it, and I still need to get Undead Unluck. I'm behind on Marshall, and there's a couple others that I might need to get. What's that one? Yozakura Family. It's that weird one with the family. It has family in its name, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. It's one of the ones that's been going on for a little bit now. So next up we have One Piece on the cover, and this one's issue 49, so almost done for the year. I still need to get 50, 51, and 52, but probably going to skip 52. I'm actually thinking about placing the order just so I can get issue number 51 because that has the Bleach poster. Really want that. Haven't ordered it yet. Need to just in case it goes out of sale because I really want that just to have because it's like the original Gotei 13, the original captains. Don't think I have anything else lying around outside of the manga. Well, I have this. I bought this the other day. It's a leather jacket I found it. But it's just in here because I took it off whenever I got home. But I did buy a leather jacket. Really didn't need to spend that much, but I was out doing Christmas shopping and I found the jacket and I was like, I kind of want that, so I ended up buying it. Next up, Ayakashi Triangle, number 10, well, number 9, 10, and 11. I already have a giant shelf over here full of Japanese manga, so slowly expanding that. I already have 1 through 8, so I'm going to go ahead and put these together. That way I have them all together. I put them on the shelf, so caught up on Ayakashi Triangle for now. I'm going to be a bit... that one should be slowing down just because Kentaro Yabuki is doing... How is he doing the release schedule? It moved out of Jump, and it's like the digital magazine now, but he's kind of doing the Oda thing where it's only like 3 chapters a month or something like that, or maybe even lowered it to 2 chapters a month. I follow him on Twitter, but I don't exactly remember the updates off the top of my head. He's been posting about how the updates are going to be coming out moving forward. Anyway, we have Witch Watch, number 6, 7, and 8. So we are caught up on those as well. Haven't read any of this one yet. Well, I take that back. I read the first chapter, but it was in Japanese, so didn't fully understand it, but I did read part of that. But I know it is by the creator of Sketch Dance. That's by the creator of Sketch Dance, and I have 1 through 15 of that, so I need to finish that one off sometime. Next up we have Sakamoto Days. We have number 7, number 8, number 9. Pretty good series so far. Again, still haven't read beyond, well, here's my energy card. I use those as bookmarks, so a bit over halfway, I guess. And we have the first 6 already, so we are now caught up on Sakamoto Days. So yeah, really happy I was finally catching up on these that I've been needing to catch up on again. There's a couple more that I need to catch up on that I'm behind on. I got Akane Banashi number 3, and of course I already have the first 2, so the first 3 of these, hopefully it's selling well just because I want it to last a bit longer. If these are out now, that means it's already 1 or 2 volumes ahead of where it is now, what's come out at physical, so maybe around volume 5. So I'd like to see it last at least twice as long that it's last now, because I stand by what I said whenever I said I could see it lasting between 12 to 15 volumes and not drag on. Like, that'd be a good number for this series from what I've read, which is probably somewhere around volume 2, I believe is what I've read up to, and it'd be nice for it to last that long. But it's not a series like, I don't want it to be like Bakuman, where Bakuman kind of just lasted a bit longer than it needed to, and it lasted 20 volumes, so I would be happy if this one were to last 12 to 15 volumes. If they can somehow keep it fresh and keep it interesting, it could go longer, but I don't want to see it be a super long series, and I don't think it's going to be, but I also don't want it to end too soon. I want it to last a good run, because I believe in that series. I think it can do that. Next up we have Ao no Hako, Blue Box, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. I forget how far it is in Japan now. I didn't buy all the volumes. I only bought the first 5 to start off with. I believe that's what I did with those other series as well. I bought like the first 5, and then I just catch up on them later. But anyway, we have 1 through 5 of that. I do need to catch up on Marshall, and there's a couple more I need to catch up on, because I only have the first 2 of Marshall, and this is getting an anime, so I'd like to catch up on it and maybe try to read it some before the anime comes out. So there we have that. And the last thing that we have, well, there's a couple of anime shirts. I didn't bring them in here, but I bought a couple of anime shirts this month, but that was in a previous video. Oh yeah, this is something that I bought. I bought a couple of these guns. It's really fun, and a couple of refill canisters. So this was probably about $100 is what I spent on Nerf guns this month, but I bought these and they pack a punch. I can't believe these are for like 14 euros, because if if you're wearing t-shirts, and you definitely need to wear goggles with these because it will bust your eye. But they hit you with enough force to actually leave bruises and stuff. So I'm amazed that that's in the kids section. That's unmodded. I know you can mod Nerf guns and make them more powerful. So just base level, it like will leave bruises and marks, and they don't go away for like a couple days. It's crazy how powerful those things are. Really fun though. Next up we have Suzuka. I bought the complete series to this, and it's probably, I might end up getting, I'm going to try to next month buy a bit more. I'm just going to have to see how my funds are. But yeah, collecting for the year is definitely going to slow down just because it's holiday season. I have a bit more Christmas shopping to do for family, but I've gotten most of that done. But I have to do a bit more of that, so I want to get that done before I start spending more on myself. I just want to get all my gifts bought up that I'm giving to people. That way I kind of know how much more I have to spend on things. Need to actually take this series up and like take a couple volumes up to my bedroom and be able to start reading on it, because I want to start reading it. Or I might actually watch the anime alongside it in Japanese. Not really sure. But it's a series that definitely want to start reading soon. Or Blue Box. Blue Box is this. I haven't fully decided which one I want to try to start first. But anyway, all 18 of those. And I believe we have, I don't remember how many manga I bought this month. It was like 30 something, I believe, in total. So not a big month. It's not like some of the previous months I had where it was like 80 volumes in a month, which was insane, but really cheap, really, really cheap. It's like 80 manga volumes, and I spent probably a bit over $200 on them. So almost 100 manga volumes for $200. That's a really good deal for like Japanese manga. So my cat's attacking something in the corner. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Later.